so someone has asked a question that there are two conducting spherical thin cells. Okay, these are the conducting spherical thin cells. So their inner radii are A and outer radii. So the first inner cell has, so this is, suppose this is a cell 1 and this is cell 2. So the inner radii of cell 1 is A, outer radii of cell 1 is B, inner radii of outer cell is C, and outer radii of outer cell is D. Okay, so these are the radii, and the charge to each cell is given, and the equal amount of charge is given, and that charge is Q. So Q charge is given to the outer cell and Q charge is given to the inner cell. Now we have to calculate the electric field in different region. Okay, so these are the material. So here the inside the metallic material, the electric field is always 0. This is the property of electric field. Okay, in metal. So inside the metal the electric field will be 0. Okay, so the electric field can be non-zero in three reasons: this region, and the inner region. Okay, so suppose this region, and this region. So the charge Q is given to this charge. So suppose I will tell you why the electric field will be 0 in this region, because if you suppose, let me eliminate these things. If you draw a Gaussian surface here, so we know that the electric field lines are always normal to the surface of the metal, and also they are outward. Okay, if they are positive charge, so the total charge given to the whole system is positive, hence the electric field lines will be outward from their geometric center. Okay, so the electric field lines will be outward from the centers, but they will not be continuous. As I am just making the direction, not their amplitudes or magnitudes. Okay, so because the charge resides on the surface, obviously there will be discontinuity in the fields, but these are the direction of the electric field. So if you draw a Gaussian surface here, so and you calculate the flux outcoming from this Gaussian surface, that will be equal to the charge enclosed in by this Gaussian surface inside it, divided by epsilon naught. But the charge enclosed inside this Gaussian surface is 0. That's why you will calculate magnetic field to be 0 inside this region. So the magnetic field so E will be 0 for R less than M. Okay, so this reason is clear. Electric field also will be 0 in the region R, which is greater than A but less than B. Why? Because this is a metal structure, and inside the metallic material, the electric field is 0. Okay, now let's come to the region where R is greater than B but less than C. So if you draw Gaussian surface here, you are asked to calculate the flux outcoming of this sphere. So that will be equal to the enclosed charge by this Gaussian surface, and that is Q, capital Q, divided by epsilon. So the electric field in this region is non-zero, and that will be equal to 1/4 pi epsilon naught Q by the distance at which you are calculating. Suppose this is R, so R square. Okay, so this is we have calculated the electric field in three regions. Now let's calculate the electric field in the fourth region. That is again the metallic structure. There will be electric field be 0. So R greater than C but less than D. Okay, now if you are asked to calculate the electric field outside this whole system, or you can say R greater than D, so in that case you will again draw Gaussian surface like this, and you ask yourself that what is the flux outcoming of this Gaussian surface, you will see that will be equal to the net charge enclosed by this Gaussian surface, that will be 2q. So this will be the electric field outside the sphere, whole system. So these are the electric field in different regions. This is the answer for it. Thank you very much.